and welcome to the week in 15 minutes. And here are some of the stories we're bringing you from this week, another very busy week in 2020. So following Boris's new regulations, which we covered in a clip in our most recent clip on the channel, Keir Starmer has come out and has suggested a 3-week circuit break after he's had a look at this new plan of the tier system, and similar to us, he thinks it's a load of nonsense and it's not going to work, and that we're just time wasting now, and what we really need is a 3-week circuit break. Now, when this was first suggested, I was slightly skeptical as to whether 3 weeks would be enough, based on what we saw in the first wave, where it took months and months to get a proper handle on it. But it seems to me now that this is the only choice we have, because the longer we dither and delay, the figures are just going to get worse and worse, and we're going to end up in a seriously bad situation. It is a catastrophic plan from the government, and I watched an interview with Sir Dave King last night, who's a former chief scientific advisor to the government. And he was talking about a 3-week circuit break, and basically saying that we really need the 3-week circuit break to reset things, because things are spiraling out of control very quickly. And this is the only way that we can reverse the second wave a little bit, get the R rate down, so then we can introduce the test and trace system and properly implement it and hand it over to local authorities, because that's how it will function properly. And you need to be able to test people and get the results within 24 hours. Other countries have done it, so it's possible to do it. But this is the only way we can do it, getting testing and trace sorted. And at the moment, with this tier system and their failure to acknowledge that the test and trace system isn't working under the 2 private companies that it's currently run by, who apparently have no experience in this kind of thing, and so it's just a disaster. We can't carry on like this. So this is the only way forward, as far as I can see. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Boris Johnson hasn't ruled it out, despite accusing Keir Starmer of playing party politics the other day. But this seems to be the only logical solution at this point. No one wants to do a lockdown, but if we carry on doing this tier system and don't get test and trace sorted, we're going to be going in and out of lockdowns for the foreseeable future, and that's going to make people more angry. So to all those people who are getting pissed off because of the constant lockdowns and restrictions, things are not going to ease up. Normality is not going to come around very quickly if we carry on with this approach. The only way we can do it is to get test, trace and isolate sorted out, so that we are isolating every case, and then we can return to normality like most Asian countries, New Zealand, Australia, who are living far more normal lives than us currently. So, you know, this is the way forward, and I think I have a prediction that in a couple of weeks Boris is going to buckle and impose a circuit break, by which time a lot of these scientists and myself, I fear it'll be too late. I think we all fear it'll be too late. It's exactly mirroring at the moment the first wave, isn't it? They're dithering and delaying, and the longer that happens, the worse the wave is going to be, and the harder it is going to be to get it under control. So we've got to do this. And as we've seen today, London, Essex, York and Manchester and many other, a few other places as well, are moving into tier 2 of the tier system, which is high alert. And so it seems to me that it's spreading gradually and quite quickly, actually now through the whole country. It's moving from the north, where it was really rife, and now it's just spreading down the country. And we're going to be all locked down into tier 3, I think, if this trend carries on, which will basically be almost a full lockdown, except that pubs and bars will remain open because they'll act as restaurants and serve food. So there we go. That's the latest on coronavirus. I'm now going to hand over to Sam, who's going to talk about sports and entertainment for us.
Thank you. So the biggest story in entertainment this week is the failing final of Britain's Got Talent. Now, Digital Spy are reporting that Britain's Got Talent suffered its lowest ever viewing figures for last Saturday's final. But apparently it wasn't the lowest rating of the night. And apparently it's very strong in the current TV climate. So apparently people love to see racist comedians and magicians who aren't very good, and dancers who are only on there for a sob story. What a sad and sorry world we live in. In sport, in the football world, it's all kicked off. Pardon the pun.
That's my job.
Fans are calling for all international matches to be scrapped after one of football's great legends, Cristiano Ronaldo, has tested positive for coronavirus. Now I know most of the Portuguese team have tested negative after this. It's a bit baffling why after one player gets a positive test, everything has to be stopped, according to fans, just because he's a very good player. One football player who will be hoping that international matches are banned is Harry Maguire. Now, England have had a mixed match of games since last Thursday. Last Thursday they played Wales and won 3-0. On Sunday they played the world's #1 team, which is Belgium, and won 2-1. And last night, in the last of the current international run of games, they played Denmark as part of their Nations League tournament run and lost 1-0 thanks to a penalty from Christian Eriksen, which I believe was conceded by Harry Maguire, who was sent off minutes before. So not only is he failing Manchester United, he is also failing his own country. Finally, in the sporting world, the EFL have reported that it's rejected the Premier League's £50 million rescue package for League 1 and 2 clubs. Now, what is the £50 million rescue package, I hear you ask? That is for League 1 and 2 clubs who may be struggling because all games are being played behind closed doors. No fans are allowed in, so all clubs, including Premier League clubs, are in financial strife. I think it's a bit ridiculous that they have rejected the £50 million rescue package, because apparently they are expecting more. When Premier League clubs are failing financially massively, as well as League 1 and 2 clubs, I think they should accept any money that they can get to support themselves financially. And thus ends the sport and entertainment news for this week, and thus ends another episode of the week in 15 minutes. Thank you for watching. We hope we've made some sense and brought you the breaking news as it's happened this week. Make sure you like our videos. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page to make sure that you get to see our new and exclusive content first. Thank you.
Thank you very much. you.